paddleboarding here today, and we're going to show you how to nature journal and paddleboard, which is funny because this is my third time on a paddleboard, and I've never nature journaled on the paddleboard. So we're going to do a little experiment and see how to do it. Maybe it'll work with my nature journaling style, like just being able to same thing on land, same thing on a board, or maybe it'll fall off. Maybe this thing will get really wet and my tears will be flowing more than this ocean. Oh, so first thing that I did was I thought, okay, well, how am I going to take this on the paddleboard, because I don't want it to leave if something happens to it. Even if it does get wet, I still want to keep it because that's a lot of work I put into this. So I took my sister's backpack, and it's got a little clip, and I clipped it onto this thing. What you could do is get a dry bag. So a dry bag is basically a bag where you put stuff in it, and so everything in it stays dry. I don't own one of those because I don't know why. That's a good question as to why I don't own one. But inside of this bag, I have my paints, John Muir Laws. Next thing that I have in here is a pair of goggles. These are my 6-year-old brother's goggles because I do not own a pair of goggles. That's another question. Why don't I own a pair of goggles? And I have these so I can, stick my face into the water and see what's going on down there, because I got to get a good perspective for a journal page. And then I also just have apparently pins. And then I had a pair of binoculars in here, but my little sister stole them because she wants to use them. So yeah, let's go draw. Don't run into me. Whoa, are those like hotels?
Willow, what is it?
Oh no!
It's called a horseshoe crab.
Horseshoe crab.
Where'd you find them? I hold it up.
Horseshoe crab. Not alive.
No, it's a horseshoe crab.
I've seen one before.
What?
Here's some things to keep in mind when nature journaling on a paddleboard. So the first thing that you want to keep in mind is wherever you go, it won't be an art studio. You will be out in the wild, and it may be uncomfortable and you might get wet. So just remember that, and that's okay. That's a part of the experience. The second thing you want to keep in mind is don't worry about getting a pretty picture or even a decent looking photo or picture at all. Just get as much as you can down. I had trouble journaling while worrying about the paddleboard and other things. The third thing I want to suggest is keep a limited palette when you go out there, and keep a limited number of things that you need to bring with you. So only bring the necessities, and those are my 3 things that you should keep in mind. Now to the list of supplies that I think that you should bring with you when you go nature journaling on a paddleboard. There's only 2 things. Honestly, that's your journal and some sort of simple pen. I mean, don't overcomplicate things. It's already going to be, who knows, maybe it won't be as hard as it is for you that it was for me. Every experience is different, but don't put yourself in a situation where you think, oh, I have to use all these tools and I have to do this. No, just bring what works for you and what makes you comfortable. And my favorite pen of all is the ballpoint pen, so that's what I used. And yeah, it worked pretty well. I didn't need to bring my paints or my binoculars or goggles. Honestly, I noticed so much just with the ballpoint pen in my journal. So let me know if you enjoyed this video or found it encouraging. I hope to see you next time. Happy journaling. Bye.